On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 5 catches, 67 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Murray going to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, 18 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, #3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
To throw again on second down. Murray. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. And punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And it just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Here's a run with Mixon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And this time he is in. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there. That's complete to his receiver, Benson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be fourth down. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the run.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Logan Wilson able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Shotgun now for Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Benson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. He'll dump this one off to Conner. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Open net, here's Benson. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Murray. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Murray now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point safely through, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bengals set to take over. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out at the half, how they're going to go about doing things. So you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the E.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. Play action. It's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To throw, it's Murray. Completes it to Benjamin. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. 44
yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Hockenson here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he's out right at the 25.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Connor going to get it again on second down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. To Connor on the check down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore, and you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back now in Cincinnati. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Murray getting this complete to Connor. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Here's Murray from midfield. And that is incomplete here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Murray now to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to fourth down. Now Murray's got to have this one. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Burrow on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. On 3rd down, Mixon pushing his way through, and he will take it on in for a Bengals Mixon. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Hopkins with a quick feet and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. First down, Murray. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray to air it out again. Caught by Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Murray, one final try. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board, that takes a win off the board. So now you have to regroup.
It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Titans and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to...
And shutting him off, now open field. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From midfield now, Burrow flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as this terrific season continues here. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
2nd and 9. Running from the gun with Henry. And some strong running. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
If you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being.
Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the 16, Burrow flush to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Burrow sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Come on, baby. Let's go! Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Personal foul.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. Check down here for Henry. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now leading his offense back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Henry again on 2nd down. Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 155 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A first down carry for Henry. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He finds his man complete. That's Daniels. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Here's Tannehill. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Touchdown.
In your
face. Great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call him, the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. And that's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Pardon me, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some...
Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So you sometimes... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play action. It's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, Mixon dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care.
And it's a Titans touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Escaping the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37th. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
12.
On third down, Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
11.
Now Burrow on first down. Flushed out right. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. Touchdown number 15. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. So we've reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Oh, good move. Oh, and now some space to operate. There he goes, left side.
It don't matter.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Tannehill on first down. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for the Titans.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. My goodness, 235 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Burrow going for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll run run it again with Henry. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. And the busy night for Henry continues. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Daniels. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
246 yards for him on the ground, as this has been a night to remember to this point. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in Cincinnati. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Touchdown, Bengals. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Second down, they go again with Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Henry running right. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the right side, and he's got more complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, here's Henry. He can't get him down. And he's got some space here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, 42 yards. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 7. Less than 90 seconds to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. To throw, Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the focus is all on the Titans offense. Trailing by 1 after the 2-point conversion. A little over 40 seconds to go. He's got Henry. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Throwing, Tannehill. And that's complete to Brown. Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the 1st down, but he's brought down in play. Tannehill to throw. Caught by Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, it would have been a long one, but that was a a spot that they put themselves in, Charles, forcing him to try from long distance, and he comes up empty.
And you know what happens oftentimes when you're trying to kick a little bit beyond your range, you overkick it, right? Don't get all of it. In this situation, they cannot point fingers at him. They've got to go back and examine their play calls, how they tried to traverse the ball down the field, and why they didn't get bigger chunks of yardage in order to set up a field goal that was much more manageable.
Yeah, because 5 to 10 yards there could have made a world of difference. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.